little interconference action here at the Target Center. For the Pacers right now, they're focused on getting off to a good start to the road trip here. Facing off here against a very talented ball club, guys. This is a tremendous chance for them to put all their skill and talent on display.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they've made such fantastic progress this season. To see them so close to the top of the standings at this stage, what a surprise.
Yeah, and the coaching staff deserves a ton of credit here. I mean, they've done a masterful job getting the most out of their talent.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Carlisle is out there with Hill, and it's Smith in at the point guard. Here is Miles. Smith kicks to Miles. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Miles has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On defense, Indiana. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
And here's Smith following the three-pointer by Freak, and Hill throws it down.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Now, here's Wiggins. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Lewis on the wing. There's the pick. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Lewis has got 7. For so long, Clark, Freak has made it apparent that he wants to be a global star. Isn't that what all these guys really want? Yeah. And tries to achieve that through endorsements. You wonder if he has taken some of his focus off the game.
Well, you know, it's perfectly fine for any NBA player to sign a few endorsements, but you have to make sure that the main thing stays the main thing. NBA players need to hoop more than they need to worry about their brand. He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Smith outside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
And he sinks the second. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Count that one. 13 points for Freak.
And from three-point range, guys. As he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Smith outside. He dishes it to Miles. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Now here is Smith. Pick up by Hill. And here's Miles outside. Here's Carlisle. The shot is off. Nice D from Lewis.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
There's a good screen. Pass to Zeller. Back to Lewis. 6 to shoot. Launches it. The shot is off. And Indiana will come the other way. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you just got to man up. and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside. He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Freak. He's already got 13 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Hey, you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
The free throw drops for Lewis. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Zhang comes in for Cody Zeller. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Calderon in for Levine. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Stuckey comes in for Carlisle. Ellis is checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in for Ish Smith.
All right, target center, coming out of the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for Stuckey. He's averaging 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
And it's Ellis penetrating. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Dishes it to Pekovic. Back to Lewis. He kicks to Calderon. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. They get it back. Back to Lewis. Over Ellis. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Zhang. 17 points for Freak.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Timberwolves leading by 10. And Muhammad has it in the corner. Back to Lewis. From deep. Good work defensively by Stuckey. The Pacers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Nobody near George. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Calderon passes to Lewis. Back to Calderon. Lets the 3 fly. Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 20 points.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
And George, here we go. Ellis left side. From deep. And he gets it to go. Ellis has got 5 now.
Ellis. Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Lewis gets the bucket.
Wow, I mean 8 of 10 here in the first quarter.
Pacers trail by 10. Hill dishes to Turner. Pick up by Hill. And Turner kicks to Ellis. Outside Hill. 16 feet away. Ellis can't get it to go. Here's Lewis. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Minnesota on top. They're up by 10. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back. And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do. Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
Something Monte is 10 years in the NBA. as a consistent lethal scorer.
Tightly contested quarter as we move over here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Pacers, Carlisle is out there with Hill. Then there's Ellis. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Smith in at the point. Now let's go to Doris Berg. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors had a huge game. He had 55 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Stolen by Miles. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Stolen by Levine. And now running up the court. Lewis pushing it up. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Doris?
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Passes to Carlisle. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Ellis. Tries again. Indiana again missing.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Smith kicks to Hill. Ellis wide open. Indiana again missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
And he gets it to go.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Wiggins passes to Lewis. From outside, off the mark.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Ellis kicks to Miles. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter. And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Ellis with the screen for Smith. Pass to Ellis. Wide open. Minnesota with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Lewis on the wing. No good with the triple.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
The drive by Ellis. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Wiggins with the ball.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Near the three-point line, it's Lewis. No luck. Ellis with some nice D.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Smith up top. Tries from 10. And there's the foul. It goes on C.J. Miles. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Zhang comes in for Hansbrough. Muhammad, he's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Calderon in for Levine. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Hill in for Smith. And he gets it to go. Stuckey's got his first points in this one.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
Move the ball.
Kicks it to Muhammad. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
23 seconds left to play here in the half. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
A nice shot by George. Here's Calderon. Outside Lewis. He got it! That is one fantastic buzzer beater!
He hit that shot like it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
That is what you call much in the clutch.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Timberwolves lead by 19. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Coach Vogel,
as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Lewis, he's in at shooting guard. Cody Zeller out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Towns, and it's Levine in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now the pass to George. Here's Miles. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now, here is Smith. He's guarded closely. Out to the wing. Here's Carlisle. Payne with the rebound.
That would have been lucky had it fallen poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside, George. To the left side wing. Miles dishes to Smith. Pick up by Hill. Outside, George. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Indiana shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Ellis, he's checked in for Carlisle.
Timeout call for Minnesota. Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
And here's a check of the 2K leaderboard and the top rebounding shooting guards of the past 10 games. Freak number 1.
And a two-guard who's as prolific a rebounder as he is a rare breed in the NBA. You usually don't expect it from an off guard, but he's a big contributor on the glass.
And it's not just the athleticism, Greg, but it's his knack for playing in the post. He understands angles and how to get position down there. I mean, he really looks comfortable in the paint. As a matter of fact, he looks as comfortable in the paint as he does on the perimeter.
George against Zeller. And George, here we go. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Lewis. The rebound by Paul George.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pick up by Hill. George passes to Ellis. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Lewis. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Smith kicks to Miles. Pick up by Hill. To the paint. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist from Miles. And that's 11 points for Monte Ellis.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside. And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Timeout.
Starting.
All right, target center coming out of the court now.
The reins of their offense. Maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers.
Basketball had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Hill's got his first 2 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Ellis outside. It's back to Hill. Muhammad with the steal. Outside Lewis. And he gets the bucket. Lewis has got 45 points. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Minnesota.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Stuckey up top. Muhammad covering. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Lewis dishes to Jang. Shoots from the corner. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Pacers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Hill passes to Ellis. Lewis grabs the board.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Fires the 3. No good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but overall. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly. Some changes for Minnesota. Zhang comes in for Cody Zeller, and Lewis subbed in for Rudez. The Pacers also changing it up. Hill, he's checked in for Turner. Paul George comes in for Lavoy Allen, and it's Ellis in for Robinson.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Minnesota.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
They simply refuse to let their opponent off the hook in either game of this season series. That's why they're going to finish the year with a record of 2-0 against the Pacers.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
On the court for Indiana, we got Rodney Stuckey. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then it's Paul George, and it's Hill in at the center position.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points. What'd you think, Shaq?
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
You know, Freak.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.